Okay, I think I'm streaming, but let me just double check because technical difficulties occurred earlier this week. I can hear myself. All right, that's good. I need to turn up my own volume though. Okay. All right, not that I need to listen to myself, but I just need to know that it's going. All right. How's everybody doing today? Welcome in. Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats. How are you doing? If anybody's wondering what that emote is, and those of you who are not following Gibson Lens already, those are Gibson eyes. So, yeah, very popular emote in Gibson Lens's stream. Let me add. I think I'm going to advertise today, because why not? Oh, somebody's got. Charlie has beaten me to it. All right, I'm gonna jump the line because I can. Ghost TX99, welcome in. How's it going? Secret of Weird, hello. How's it going? Welcome in. So yeah, if anybody wants to request any tricks, feel free. For the moment, we are going to advertise, i.e., I'm going to copy pasta an announcement into a bunch of discords that I am starting. But take a look at the streamer song list, which is filled with just tricks, and feel free to request anything if anybody would like. Secret Word says, just means it'll be extra impressive when you perform the magic. Yes. My day's Ghost says, my day is going very good. How is yours? My day today actually has been pretty good. So despite the shenanigans earlier in the week, my weekend has been pretty decent. So anyway, hopefully you are all doing just as well as I sound like I'm doing. I did get a little cough just shortly before stream. I don't think it's an illness. I think I am just bad at drinking water and tea. So that's the reality of what I just tried to do. But anyway, yeah. So feel free to use this time to, yeah. If nobody knows what tricks are, you can do !random to put something random into the trick list, or feel free to just talk about your day or ask me any questions, because right now I'm just going to be copying and pasting things into various discords. So, but today is the first day in which I named it Sleight of Hand Sunday. So that is, and actually there's kind of pseudo announcement. I finally put a schedule on Twitch. I think I'm consistent enough on Sunday nights that it's fine. I can say that I'm streaming on Sundays. So, Gibson Lens, how's the workshop talk coming along? So, to be honest, Bert, I haven't really made any changes. The only things that I'm thinking about are just tweaking what tricks I have during some of the slides. But if you have any input, or if you think I didn't see anything, because I haven't really looked at it this week, but I was planning on wrapping it up by probably next weekend, because it is due in like a week and a half, so for the final. But that's not to say we can't make changes. Oh yeah, if anybody doesn't know, I'm going to be presenting at TwitchCon along with my mods Gibson Lens and the Rusty Panda. So I made a new command. Oh, Gibson Lens is on it. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to be hosting an interactive workshop to introduce the Twitch Magic community to everybody, and to get hopefully other streamers kind of into the idea of presenting or performing magic on Twitch. So that's the plan. But yeah, it's kind of been it's been busy. It's been a busy summer, because I've been trying to, get it set up and everything. TF is that? Supersize me. Oh, that is a redeem in which I'm going to use some big cards. So, Ghost, if you want to request a trick, if it's a trick with the impromptu tag, I have a deck of cards that is bigger than a regular deck of cards. And I'll be able to perform, hopefully I'll be able to perform a trick with that. So that's what that is. But yeah, pretty much all of the blue redeems in here are different cards that I can do magic with. So, all right, I have been bad at advertising. Oh my god. My Discord has frozen. Am I still streaming? I'm hoping I'm still streaming. And it's just a Discord thing. Oh my god, my Discord has died. Holy crap. Alright, well, if that's the universe telling me I don't have to advertise, I guess I can just stop. That's probably not that big a deal. I can just stop. And we can just get on with stream. Seems like there's some people here already, so thank you for being here, everybody. Let me first start the stream off. Actually, yeah, and I just verified I'm still streaming, so that's good. All right, switch over to Magic View. All right, for those of you who don't know, I put on cheating gloves. Here's my cheating gloves, right here, just my hands and this stuff. So I'm gonna prep my fingers before the magic actually starts. And this is how the magic is done. So for anybody who has never been here before, yeah, I don't do any sort of sorcery, black magic, or anything like that. Everything that you see is sleight of hand card magic. Okay. Next, we are going to open up the Twitch deck. My name is Nam. I like to do sleight of hand card magic. And so this box I got from my wife, who doesn't like magic, but she respects that I like magic. So, and then I have the Twitch deck in here. And the Twitch deck is signed by various members of the community, so people who have been here in stream before. But if anybody wants to see, wants to sign a card, you know, if anybody wants to sub or give the equivalent of a sub, then you get to sign one of the cards. I think about 1/3 of the deck is still unsigned. So, but let's see. So the first request here is a trick called Hair Razor that has been requested by our friend Charlie's Beats. Charlie, thank you kindly for being here, and also thank you kindly for being around for my video game streams to help me resolve some technical issues. Alright, but I do have to quickly set up for this trick, so hang tight. I hope I remember how to do this correctly, so... And let me try and use, let me see here, because Charlie is the 5 of Hearts. So let me try and use the 5 of Hearts here. Okay. And then, let me see here. Man, I changed my setup to do video gaming streams, and now I don't know where everything needs to go for the magic stream. Okay. Alright. And then... Okay. Let me just make sure I got this right. Okay, cool. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Oh, let me also clear that advertising. So I guess advertising is not in the cards today, so I'm just going to stream, and it will be great. Hey, welcome. Let's see. Those video game streams were pretty good, I must admit. Oh, thank you kindly. Yeah, so I was playing Sea of Stars, if anybody else was curious that wasn't watching. I didn't announce those because I was just like, I don't care, I'm playing this game, and then I'm streaming the stuff, and then I'm going to put that on YouTube eventually. So, alright. Anyway, so normally I will use an Ace 2 and 3 for Hair Razor, but because this was requested by Charlie's Beats, we'll use Charlie's signed card, the 5 of Hearts. So we have the 5, the 6, and the 7 of Hearts. And what I want to do is I want to use 2 helper cards, and these helper cards are actually going to be the jokers. So the jokers are going to help us out here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of these cards and place them just right. Actually, let me place them on the bottom. Okay. So if I take the 5 and place it on the bottom, you would think that it's on the bottom, right? But if I go ahead and I snap, that's actually going to make the 5 jump back up to the top. Okay, I'll go ahead and leave that there just for a second. And I'll take the 6, and I'll place the 6 on the bottom. But actually, if I snap, the 6 is actually going to hop back up to the top. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab the 7, and we'll go ahead and place the 7 on the bottom. But if I snap, that's actually going to make the 7 jump up to the top. Now, some people think, oh, okay, you're doing something weird with your hands, and there's some sleight of hand there. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You signed into a sleight of hand magic stream, and so we can do this a lot quicker. Because look, if I go ahead and I place this packet on top of the 7 and I snap, that makes the 7 jump back up to the top. And I take this packet and place it on top of the 6 and snap, and that's going to make the 6 jump back up to the top. And if I take this whole packet and place it on the 5 and snap, that 5 is actually going to jump back up to the top. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? And but look, we have our 2 jokers, and if I go ahead and some people will say that the magic happens with the 2 jokers, but actually the magic really happens with the 7, 6, and the 5. So if I go ahead and I place the 7, 6, and the 5 back out, but I place the jokers back, all we have to do is find some magical claim to have the 5, 6, and 7 do something. So if you were here, I would let you call out stop somewhere in the middle. It doesn't really matter too much. So let's say you cut here. Now, before I do this, for those of you who are not aware of the true magical talent that is not me, I'm just the face. Like if, for example, I was to be this stream was to be represented by Penn and Teller, I would be Penn. I'm doing all the talking. The true magician here is actually our very special dear friend, and if you know who it is, feel free to spam the emotes. Our friend, the deck sock. And here is the deck sock. So the deck sock actually does all of the magic. And if you've seen any previous streams, the sock has gotten me out of a lot. Hey, thank you for spamming the sock. But yeah, so let's see. Deck sock, what are we going to do? So we've cut to a card. What card did we cut to? So we've gone ahead and cut to a jack. So we have a jack of hearts. All right, great. So what do we need to do to make this really impressive? Well, if the 5, 6, and 7 of hearts, that's funny that the heart would actually match the hearts, but if we use this jack to tap each one, the sock tells me that the 5, 6, and 7 are magical because they've changed to something else. So if I show you, they've changed to the other 3 jacks. And that, my friends, is hair-raising! Thank you kindly and we've got the Gibson hair-raising emote as well. It's the scream. So anyway, deck sock is now going to take a bow. Thank you very much. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and that was our first trick of the day. Let's see. Let me go ahead and clear that trick, and let me just check on my Discord, and it's still frozen, so I'm probably just gonna kill. Let me just kill Discord, and mostly so it's just not consuming any resources. But yeah. So yeah. Okay. So that was our first trick, and let's see. I believe there is a redeem that Ghost has requested. Ghost, do you care which trick I do? Should I select one? There is a magician's choice in the trick list, and I will be using big cards. I'm going to start with just the normal big cards, which are... Chin, welcome in. By the way, hi. I'm going to start with the normal big cards, which are this big. I guess pick the hardest one. Oh my god. I don't want to pick the hardest one, but okay. Let me see what I'm going to do. So, this deck is... the cards are slightly bigger than this one. So if I compare, these cards are small, and then these cards are a little bit bigger. Later, I'll show you a different deck, which I don't really normally allow people to request, and I don't think I added a redeem for it, but I will show you a trick with a larger deck than this. But this is at least, you know, of a size in which I can potentially do some tricks. So, and I'm actually also going to have to shuffle it because I've not really used this for a trick before, because I used the red-backed one, because it's mostly still in order except I removed the jacks. So let me see what, let's see, if I'm allowed to ask for that. Yeah, you are allowed to ask for something hard. So I'm not sure which one would be the hardest for me. I know there's a couple that I kind of lament that I don't really like doing, but if I continue to do it, it'll at least give me a good idea of practice, so that I can at least do, you know, like a hard trick. Let me let me quickly set up for this other one that I think might fit the bill, and then assuming that I can remember, we'll go ahead and do that one. Okay, nope, there's something going on here that I need to... Oh, there's more than... Hold on. There's more than 52 cards in this. Okay, 2 jokers. Alright, yeah. There we go. So I need these, and these are extra. Great. Sorry guys, I have not really opened this box particularly of cards. Alright. And I'm not currently revealing the secrets of magic, right? One of those is very, very difficult. Yeah. I'm allowed to ask for something hard. First, pause. Second, second, play Elden Ring. Okay. Yeah, let me put a... let me see here. I think probably the toughest one, and I'll do this for the big redeem, is... Hitchcock Aces. TX99 requested. Okay. And we'll do this with big cards. Okay. Let me get this in order here. Okay, I think we're going to have to wish me luck. Wish me luck, everybody. So I'm going to be attempting to perform Hitchcock Aces with big cards. Alright. Here we go. So, in order to perform a trick called Hitchcock Aces, we presumably would need some aces. So here's some aces. And what I want to do is something interesting. So let me introduce you to all the aces. So we have the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, the ace of spades, and the ace of diamonds. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the ace of spades out, because what we're going to do is I'm going to try and get the other aces to collect with the ace of spades, but magically. So, and I'm going to go ahead and place all the aces out like this. And I have to remember how this trick goes because it has been a while. Let me see, what do I do next? I think I'm going to go ahead and I need to flip this face down. And I'm going to show you that I'm going to go ahead and place some random card along here. and I'm going to go ahead and peel off the first 3 cards and place them with the first ace. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and mix in this first ace with the other 3 random cards. Now, if I go ahead and just touch these 2 piles at the same time, like this, that ace is exchanging places with this card. And so, if I show you this pile now, there's actually no aces. That ace has jumped down here. I know, strange, right? Actually, I think I can have these face up. I think that's okay for right now. And now if I just go ahead and I place some random card here, and I place 3 cards on top of this pile, like so. If I use my hand and I connect these 2 piles like this, from here to there, it's going to swap that ace. I don't know why I made that sound. That sound was a really weird sound. But look, if I show you, none of these cards are aces because that ace has hopped down here. Now, some people at this point are saying, hey, wait, what if the aces had, I mean, I've been placing those cards down here the entire time, but, you know, what if none of the aces were in the pile? No. They are indeed in their actual pile, but, you know, so, but here, this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and leave these 3 aces down here. And I'm going to place 3 other random cards over there, you know, like some other random cards there. Now, if you were here, I would ask you to go ahead and place your hand on this pile. Make sure that there's no possible way I can extract that ace from there and place it down here. But I assure you, by the end of this trick, I will have collected all the aces all into the same place. And let me go ahead and just place some random card down here, like so. And once again, I'm going to work the hand. This is the letter Y in ASL. So I'm going to work the Y. And if you watch, the aces are gathering together. Now, I did promise you that all the aces would gather together, but I didn't say they were going to gather together down here. And so right now I would be, hey, Gibson Lens has got an emote for that. So, oh yeah, it's unfocused. Yes, that's right. But if you were here, I would ask you to go ahead and lift up your hand from this pile and flip over all the cards, because all of the aces are now here. And you're probably wondering, wait, well, what cards are down here? Well, it wouldn't be that impressive with just 4 random cards, right? So we decided to get the 4 kings down here instead. And that, my friends, is Hitchcock aces with big cards. All right, excellent. Woo. Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man and Andrew War. So, I don't know if I said welcome in, Chan the Magic Man, even though I did see you come in. So, welcome in, Chan the Magic Man. Welcome in, Andrew War. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan, Andrew, and Charlie, and Bert. So that was a... Oh, and we have a heat map. You guys feeding me so early. Hold on, wait. Let me... Delicious. Tastes like unoriginal sriracha. Full disclosure, if anybody is aware of the original sriracha shortage and why it's happening, I just learned the real reason for it the other day. Even though it had been going on, I think, for a couple years now. So, Charlie's Beats got a Cheez-It. Jerrook Cheez-It. So, alright, so that was the big deck. But, yeah, so the reason why the original sriracha is kind of, like, in supply shortage was because the original farm that sriracha was sourcing its peppers from that relationship soured because of something that the Sriracha company did, and did not put in a regular order of peppers. And for those of you who are not aware, Sriracha is actually not a trademarked name. So anybody can go ahead and make Sriracha and call it Sriracha legally, because so it's kind of weird and complicated. But then the original farm decided, well, we have all these peppers that are no longer going to original Sriracha, so they decided to make their own Sriracha. And I was like, wow, this is kind of complicated. And I felt bad for the farm, because I feel like the original Sriracha company should have like gave more notice, I think. But anyway, so neither here nor there. But if you like Sriracha, okay. So I did do this trick, but let me go ahead and show you the jumbo cards. So the jumbo cards are way bigger. So the cards that we just used are this big, and then this is a regular size. The jumbo cards are this big. Look at how gigantic they are. It's almost, so the size of these cards are literally almost 4 of the regular sized cards. That is how gigantic those are. So for anybody who cares, we have various sizes of playing cards. So standard size, that you're probably most familiar with, this is poker sized or standard size. And then the slightly bigger ones are parlor cards. So these are normally used in like parlor shows, or just like if you need a deck of cards that's slightly bigger so that the visibility is better for a parlor show. But it's still kind of within manageable like slight range. And then there's this, where if you absolutely need everybody to be able to see, but it's not as like easily slightable. Like I can't really do slights with this as well. So yeah, let me do something with this. Let me see if there is something that I can acceptably do with this, because I think it's fun to pull this out sometimes, and I have not done that many tricks with this. So, but just shuffling these are a pain in the butt. So here we go. I also feel like I need practice, but I did put a couple of tricks up on my YouTube for jumbo cards, and they seem to do, the videos seem to do pretty well. Like, I think I got real people who are interested in seeing like the magic tricks in which sleights are being done with a jumbo deck. So, oh god, see, I can't even easily shuffle these. Like, I couldn't even imagine doing like controls just with the deck like this. Okay, alright, alright, there's this, okay, hold on. There's this trick I'm thinking of. Let me see if I can, perfect pair. Can I do this trick with these cards? Because I think it's doable. Okay, first I need to make a prediction. So I'm going to spread out the cards. I can't even get them completely on camera, so my apologies if, okay, hold on, so wait, this is a strong contender for the prediction. And then I'm not sure how I'm going to spread these for a selection, but we're going to need somebody to pick a card after this. Alright, so I think this is the card. So we're going to go ahead and use this card as our prediction. Yeah, I can't do sleights on this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place my prediction here. And then for the rest of the deck, I'm going to try my best to spread here. And if we need to delineate, I'll figure out a way to spread better. These don't spread as well, but I think it's maybe... So these are not air cushioned and not as plastic coated, but they're flat. So okay, all right. So I have something called the heat map. If anybody is on desktop, you would like to click on the screen, feel free to click on something. Now, in order to understand the impact of this trick, oh, it looks like we do have one already. I believe it is this card. So I'm just gonna stick it. Well, okay, you guys can't see it coming out, but yeah. Okay, so that's the one that is currently selected. Ghost, welcome back. I did one trick without you, and now we're doing another trick with jumbo gigantic cards. So my apologies, but I was just going to proceed, and there it is. But I did the hard one. This one's now a jumbo-sized deck, and it is a lot easier than the previous trick. So, okay. Okay, so in order to understand the significance... Oh, wait, we have a second one. Okay, so we'll have people vote on these two. Well, I'm a bit tired, so I'll leave you to your shenanigans. All right, cool. Totally understandable. All right, let's consolidate votes. One of these two will be the selection. And in order to understand the significance, you're trying to select a card that you believe will match my prediction as the mate of the card. So the mate of the card is the card that has the same color and the same number, but is of the other suit. So for example, this would be a travesty if, so the 5 of spades, the mate of the 5 of spades would be the 5 of clubs, because it's the other 5, it's black, and it's of the other suit. So we have one vote for each one of these. Does anybody want to break the tie by clicking on the screen? Currently we have one vote for each. Tangy Cat says, crazy Asian. How's it going, Tangy Cat? Welcome in. How's it going? Let's see. Ghost says, all right, good night, folks. Have a good one. All right, Ghost, have a good night. Good seeing you. Have a great night. Wait, are these cards giant? Yes, these cards are giant. I have no idea what I'm voting for. That's okay. It's perfect that you came in. All right, so this is our selection. Great. Now, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just place the your choice over here. And let me just go ahead and grab these heat maps right here. Okay, excellent. Those heat maps were delicious. Thank you so much. Now, so you had the choice of choosing any one of these cards, and we had several people in chat choose. Now, I want to show you what my prediction was. So my prediction was the 8 of diamonds. Now, in order for your prediction to match, or your selection, this would have to be what? The 8 of hearts, right? Because it's the other one that is an 8, it's the other one that is red. So what are the odds that this is the 8 of hearts? And don't you dare say 2%, because you're pulling maths on me. All right, here, watch, ready? And that is the 8 of hearts. And yes, these are all different, and yes, these are jumbo gigantic cards. Oh, you can't even see those. They're different, trust me. Oh my god, I can't even show off the whole deck. Yep, so there we go. And that, my friends, is perfect pair. Lord. Oh my god, Jan the Magic Man, thank you so much for the bits. Need a bigger table. Yeah, I need a bigger table. I would need to move this further back. Alright, so just to fill Tangy Cat in, yeah, so we had a redeem earlier, which is the big cards. And so it's not, so these aren't the big cards. So these are the big cards, and these are maybe a little bit larger than a regular standard size. So these are regular size cards right here. And then these are comically large, and this is like the jumbo gigantic size, which is almost 4 of these. And yeah, so it's I say almost because it if you line it up with the middle, it kind of is a little bit off. So I could fit about 4 of these like this. So that's how gigantic these are. But yeah, that's here's the size difference. Okay, let me. Okay, I've never done this before. Let me see if I can do a color change with these jumbo cards. Full disclosure, I may reveal the secrets of magic here. Alright. Okay. Here we go. That's wild? Oh, no, that's not wild. Jokers are wild. Okay. Alright, this may not look impressive. Okay, ready? Set. Ooh, nope, this is pretty bad. Okay. Abandon ship. Okay. Maybe a different... No, my hand isn't even big enough to span... Nope, okay, alright, can't do it. Ooh, it was so close. It was so close. All right. Okay. Now let's show you guys. I could do it with the big cards. Let me just do it with the big cards that are just regular big. Okay, this is what it should look like, and I'll do it up for this camera. All right, ready? Queen of Spades. Boom! Look at that. Much better. Sighted. Hey, Mark Rides, welcome in. How's it going? Is that for the nearsighted people? Those cards are big. Yeah. So yeah, we just had a big redeem. So we'll show you the various sizes. So this is just the regular big deck, which here's a regular size, like standard poker size card for comparison. Sorry if this is a repeat for everybody, but yes. So here's slightly bigger. So this is like normal big, and then here's comically large, which is about 4 of these. Yeah. So I just did a trick with this, and I did a trick before that with these for the big redeem. And then we have, regular size cards. So, yeah. Yes! Yep! We just did it! Okay. Well then. But yeah, if anybody didn't know, the blue redeems in my channel are mostly card redeems. Some of them are different sizes, some of them are different kinds of cards. Like I have an Uno redeem, I think. I have one for Magic the Gathering cards. I've got one for a few other things. How about tiny and half-size cards? All right, so that's funny you bring that up because that was brought up actually last night. I was on a Discord with celebrating. Actually, if anybody is aware of Rob Kovacs, shouted out in my title. Rob Kovacs just made partner. So I was hanging out in his Discord, and somebody there was asking me, "Oh, do you think you could do some magic with tiny cards?" And so, long story short, oh yeah, thanks for shouting out Rob Kovacs, Bert. But yeah, so if you're not unaware, Rob Kovacs made partner. So congratulations to Rob. But where was I? Oh yeah, somebody in the Discord while we were chatting asked me if I've ever done magic with tiny cards. Okay, so here's a regular card for comparison. And I do have tiny cards, but actually, you guys might like this. So I have some tiny cards off to the side, but the deck that I kind of have out is this. Alchemutation! Welcome in! Thank you kindly for the raid! Alright, I'm gonna come back up here and I'll come back to the small cards in a minute. Craig, how's it going? Alright, so, if we can get a shout out. Oh, thank you kindly for shouting out our raider, Alchemutation. For anybody who is unaware, Alchemutation, also known as Craig, is our friend of the Twitch Magic community and is a streamer himself. So, mods a handful of Magic Twitch streams, also does metal. We like to call it Smilecore because if you listen to the music and you don't smile, then you're not listening hard enough, right? So that's. But anyway, Craig, how is this stream? How are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for bringing your friends and family over. Listen hard. That's right. Yeah, and so if you're not aware, make the horns. Yeah, and rock out. It was good. Awesome. What'd you do? Music? Games? But yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know me from the raid, which I would imagine, I think we probably have come across paths before, but if not, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and so that's pretty much mostly what I'm doing. But so awesome. It was good, great. And yeah, and there's the horns. Woo! So, Craig, the trick list happens to be empty, but if you would like me to perform something for you for the raid, let me know. Words on stream and classic album listens. Nice! Yeah, I like words on stream. I like to spam too quickly, and I can't get all my answers in because it it rate limits how quickly you can answer. But all right, okay, excellent. So while Craig is looking at the trick list, we are going to go back to what we were doing, but we are going to compare card sizes. So we have the regular deck of cards, and then here's a mini deck of cards. Not only are these mini deck, this is a mini deck of 8-bit. So you can kind of see on the back. I don't know if it's going to focus, but there it goes. And it's kind of like 8-bit. It looks kind of Zelda-ish, but like in the style of Zelda, but not quite. And the fronts are like pixel. So, and you've selected matching the cards. I don't know if I can do that with tiny cards. I may have to do that with regular. But hold on. You know what? Let me. If you're going to TwitchCon, you can see Nam. Oh yes, that's right. So by the way, if anybody is interested, I made this announcement prior stream, but yeah, if you're going to TwitchCon, we can hang out because I'm going to go to TwitchCon. So both Gibson Lens and I, and the Rusty Panda, if you're familiar with Twitch Magic, will be attending TwitchCon. Not only that, we're going to have an interactive workshop, which if you look in chat right now, that's the actual session. It's going to be on the Saturday of TwitchCon, and so yeah, that is happening. So we can hang out, and I can show you how to do some magic. I can show you some magic in real life. One thing I want to do is if I do meet up with you, I want to take selfies. So Alchemy Mutation, I want to go to TwitchCon. Yeah, so I was actually thinking I was probably not going to go to TwitchCon, and I told my wife. Yeah, Alchemy Mutation. I won't, but fun. Yes, definitely fun. I told my wife, oh yeah, I'm probably not going to go to TwitchCon unless it gets held at Las Vegas, because there's a whole host of other reasons why. Because, worst case scenario, if I didn't make it into the Twitch party, which by the way I did, long story there, I could go see a magic show or something. There's some magic shops I can go. I can try and meet some other magicians and stuff. So I think there would have been enough to do, but regardless, I think I'm going to have enough to do even without all of the other extra stuff, because there's so many friends that I now know are going. So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to hang out with everybody instead, because I'd rather take the time to hang out with people that I'm seeing in chats and things. But congrats, dude. Thank you so much. Mark Rides, I know, I wish I could go. Can't wait for East Coast TwitchCon. Yeah, if there's an East Coast TwitchCon, that would probably be easier for me in general, but okay, let me see here. So full disclosure, I may take this trick extremely slow because I am not used to doing it with extremely tiny cards. There's actually a chance that I will probably mess this up royally. So let me see here. I don't even know if I could do all the normal sleights. All right, Lurk for Pterodon. All right, thanks for bringing everybody over. So here we go. I'm going to attempt to perform a trick with teeny tiny cards. If there's a TwitchCon in Boston, I would probably go. Yeah. Okay, so here we have some cards. I'm going to make a prediction. Man, this is just so hard to even spread. I'm going to make a prediction. Here's my prediction. Now, in order for this prediction to be correct, I'm going to need to find a few other cards, and I'm going to lay them down here. I'll place this close to the middle. And then if they all match somehow, then my prediction will have been correct. So let me go ahead and try and find another card. I'm feeling very strongly about this card. So let me go ahead and flip this over. So that is an Ace of Hearts. Look at that cute little pixelated Ace of Hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down right here. Okay. Is all of Magic Twitch in New England? So I'm in Western New York. I don't think that is considered New England, but otherwise, it also doesn't count. Ben Hallthorne, who is in Singapore. So, all right. So now I'm going to try and find a second. Let me find a second prediction. And look, we have the Ace of Clubs, and I'm going to place that down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and let's see, make a bunch of cuts. Hopefully we're going to find the last. So presumably they should be all aces, right? So now if I show you, here's the pixelated ace of diamonds. It looks angry even. So I'm going to go ahead and place that down here. Now, in order for these three to match, right? So if we had the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, what does this card need to be if in order for my prediction to be correct? Let's see. Oh, we got some people talking about. Let's see. Yeah, Chan's in Massachusetts. I know Jack is in Massachusetts, or Massachusetts, if not Massachusetts, New England as well. Ace of spades, ace of spades. All right, so Chan says eight of spades, I think. Is that what I heard? Eight of spades. Oh. Sorry, I know, Chan, you were yelling really loud, but I think something muddled came through. It came through as the eight of spades and not the ace of spades. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. Heck yeah, Boston would be easy. Amtrak to New York, meet Namda. Yeah, that's true. It would be easy. But I think if we even have like a meetup or a magic meetup or something, that'd be easy. Let me try and, you know what? The deck sock knows how to fix this. All right, deck sock, tell me what to do. All right, deck sock says go ahead and pick up the eight of spades and tap the back of the three aces. Okay, and then turn over the other three cards. Because in order for these to match the prediction, they would all have to be the eight of hearts, the eight of clubs, and the eight of diamonds. And that, my friends, is matching the cards with tiny cards! Oh my god. Holy crap. Yeah, FYI, it was hard. I would actually say dealing with little tiny cards is way harder than dealing with bigger, even jumbo cards. Because even though it's like the jumbo cards are unruly, there's a bigger margin of error for like doing sleights. Whereas like here, it's like it's hard because I can't like I'm gonna regret saying I can't get my finger in there. And then the one benefit is like I could completely cover the deck with my hand. Yeah. Alchemy Mutation says this sock is a dick. So hard. Lol. And then everybody's following along with lols. So anyway, thank you kindly for the claps and the applauses. Charlie's Beats, Chan the Magic Man, Alchemy Mutation. Thank you kindly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And Alchemy Mutation, Craig, thank you kindly for the raid, and good luck tearing down and cleaning up. So, why is every stream I go to talking about fingering? I don't know. That is a great question. I mean, I can only tell you about this stream. I can't really talk about other ones. All right. Anyway, yeah. So the small deck actually was okay for that one. Okay. All right. Hold on. I want to see if I can do a slight. Okay. All right. We are going to try another trick with the tiny deck. Okay. Good times, dude. Lol. Love your content. Thank you. Okay, here we go. So I have the 4 8s because we just used them. We just took them out. Okay, I want to turn over. Oh, hold on. Let me at least clear this. And okay, I want to see. Okay. Oh, good. I grabbed the right one. Okay, so I have the 4 8s, and I want to do something interesting. If I were to turn over all of these 8s face up like this, that would not be magical because that's how normal people would do it. So what if instead I go ahead and I hold the packet and I give it a magical twist? That's actually going to turn up the 8 of hearts. Now if I hold the packet and give it another magical twist, the eight of hearts will turn itself face down, and the 8 of clubs will turn itself face up. There it is. I know, right? Super strange. I feel like I need to like get closer to the camera for you to see these. But now if I hold the packet and give it a magical twist, the 8 of diamonds will turn itself face up. I know. Super strange, right? Now we have one more, the 8 of spades. I'll just go through and just say the eight of spades is magically resistant, just like its brother, the ace of spades. I just wanted to see if this was doable. All right, look, none of the cards are face up, but even if I twist it once, none of the cards will be face up. Okay, but if I just get the deck sock over here, just a touch, the 8 of spades is face up. Amazing. Oh my god, I can do it! Oh, I've been dreading like performing with these, and I was thinking, oh, how difficult would it is hard to do sleights with this. But I'm surprised at how okay I'm doing. So yeah, wow. Thank you kindly for the claps and the applause. Hey, welcome in, Flaming Hails. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well, Flaming Hails, and that you're taking care of yourself. Let's see. Yeah, those cards are tiny, so tiny. That's what he said. And I see a request for Mark Rides for 4 burglars. Mark Rides, would you like to see it with the tiny deck, or can I go back to like a regular size? I love that you embrace my shenanigans. Oh, you're welcome. I love shenanigans myself, to some extent. Very reasonable shenanigans, A-okay. There's some other non-reasonable shenanigans. Nah, but this is all good. I was telling some people last night that a lot of the things that I do in streams and in chats, it's because I do it for the lulz, and so that's why I do it. If there's no lulz, then I'm either not doing it or hopefully people are misinterpreting. So yeah. Nicely done. I'm curious how you managed to flip that card face up without us noticing. Your choice. Okay, my choice? Alright, I will... I know that you've seen it with regular cards before. So... Okay, I want to do this. Let me do this with just these slightly bigger cards. I don't want to do it with the jumbo cards because that's a little ridiculous. So I will do the 4 burglars. Oh, Chan, I see your request as well. So okay. Flaming Hell says hurting a little, but I'm okay. Yeah, still trying to get used to my new phone. Oh, well, yeah, new phones take a little bit. There's a lot of new stuff for new phones nowadays, especially the longer you go in between like generations of phones. Of updates, but yeah. Tangy Cat has redeemed dad joke. All right, let me deal with the dad joke first, and then we'll go from there. All right, Tangy Cat. Let's see. Tangy Cat. I wouldn't like to eat dumplings. Do you want to know why? It's because I'd rather eat pickuplings. Okay, and then this one's a different one. Why did the baby cross the road? Because it just started crawling. Alright, there you go. Hopefully I elicited a facepalm somewhere. Wait, what? Which one was that in response to? Because I did give like 2 in quick succession. Hey, thank you for the Chan. I didn't understand the dumpling joke. Oh. Here, let me say, I wouldn't like to eat dumplings. I'd rather eat pickuplings. And so if you, am I explaining a dad joke? Yeah, I'm explaining. So now if you just, it might be easier. Pickuplings. Okay. Dumplings, pickuplings. So it's just, oh geez. Yep, exactly. Okay. Cool. Delayed facepalm, I will accept. Okay. All right. Where are we at? That's right. I was going to. Oh, let me grab this heat map. Thank you kindly for the heat map. Delicious. Okay. Let's go find some jacks. So I will even get the jacks out on camera so that there's no weird shenanigans or anything. But okay, so these 4 jacks are going to be our 4 burglars, and they're going to be robbing the this deck of cards is called the Phoenix deck. So they'll be robbing the Phoenix Casino. Hopefully that's a fictitious casino, and hashtag this does not bear any resemblance. If it is matching of anything in real life, it's purely coincidental. Blah 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 legalese. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. So we have the Jack of Clubs, ZD Major Set. Okay, hold on. We're gonna pause for a second. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing tonight, ZD Major 7? So, for those of you who are not aware, ZD Major 7, musician, plays piano, is involved in the video game orchestra, and ZD, if you're not following ZD Major 7, please give ZD Major 7 a follow. ZD, how is your stream? What were you doing tonight? I'm going to put you on mobile and get ice cream as usual, but first... But, yes, thanks for shouting out ZD Major 7, Gibson Lens. But yeah, so hopefully you had a great stream, and yes, ZD... Whoa, ZD Major 7, thank you so much for the sub! I don't know if you know, ZD, but if you sub around here, you get to sign the Twitch deck. So about 1/3 of these cards are not signed yet. But let me go and pick some out, and you let me know if any of these cards call out to you, and we will put ZD Major 7 right on the card for you. And also, if we end up... By the way, if anybody ends up seeing Chroma Punk in chat, we also need Chroma Punk to sign a card as well. So let's see here. But thank you so much for the sub, ZD Major 7. Greatly appreciate it. So yeah, if any of these cards call out to you, let me know, and we will have you sign it. I will just write ZD Major 7 right on it for you. Yes, had lots of fun. If any spades are left unsigned, that's my favorite suit. Okay, excellent. We have 2 spades, the 3 and the 10. 10. All right, great, excellent. Thank you so much for the sub. And once again, if anybody else would also like to sign a sub or the equivalent of a sub, we'll get you one. So ZD Major 7. I'm going to go ahead and sign it. I think. You know what? This is unprecedented. I hate how much that word has been used, but I'm going to go ahead and sign ZD Major 7 on both sides. So thank you so much for the raid. And I'm going to make sure I spell this right. ZD Major 7. I'm extra careful because I almost messed up somebody's name once. Major 7. And then I'll flip it over because it is tough to see and it is black on black. So we will write it twice. Don't usually do this, but that's okay. ZD Major 7. Okay. All right. Special service. That's right. You know, if you raid in and then you sub, like, first of all, that is like above and beyond because you raided in. Thank you so much for bringing everybody over from your community and family. And also, let me introduce myself to anybody who doesn't know me. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic. So if you end up sticking around, you might see things like this. Yeah, okay, ice cream time. All right, ZD Major, thank you so much, and enjoy the ice cream. You might see me change a card from one card to another. Oh, look, that's the ZD Major 7 signed card. Haha, amazing. All right. So, yeah. Let's see here. And all right, so ZD, if you would like a trick at some point, feel free. But if you are enjoying ice cream, I will do a trick with the ZD Major 7 sign 10 of spades later. Okay, at the moment we were in the middle of performing a trick called the 4 burglars, and I will introduce to you all 4 of these burglars. These are the 4 jacks, and we're using a slightly bigger deck than usual. So the regular cards are this big. These are just a little bit bigger. So we have our jack of clubs. We have a jack of hearts. We have a jack of spades. And we have the jack of diamonds. Now the jack of diamonds is going to be the leader. And if we go ahead and have the other 3 jacks rob the casino. So this is the Phoenix Casino, as I was introducing before, because this deck is the Phoenix deck. This one is going to go rob all of the safes. This one is going to rob the vault. And then this one is going to secure the exit out. You know, Ocean's 11 style. And so there are all the jacks. And this one will remain on the top as the lookout. And hey, the lookout is now seeing FBI and CIA agents and calls all of the other jacks to the top of the building that they're on, and they are all going to get away on their helicopter. Oh my god, an anonymous gifter! Thank you so much, an anonymous gifter. I don't know who you are, but there's been a card signed in the anonymous gifters. Who is that? I think it was the 10 of hearts, an anonymous gifter. So this will represent you. So thank you so much for gifting. And you hit Ghost, TX99, and Hawk6 Phoenix. Excellent. So thank you so much for the gift subs. Greatly appreciate it. And that, my friends, was the 4 burglars with big cards. Okay. All right, let me put the big cards away. And I should probably use the Twitch deck because I haven't used that much today yet. So, also, this is probably a good time to remind everybody, because you know how like other streamers have like a hydrate and a stretch redeem. I like to do the reverse. So it's that time. If you have been sitting around for a while and you have not taken a swig of a beverage that will hydrate you, please do so. And then if you haven't stretched and you need to, definitely stretch. Okay, so I know that there's a redeem. Oh man, calling me out. Sorry, Tangy Cat. I gotta do it. Yeah, Twitch deck. So the Mike 2600. Thank you so much for the resub for 4 months. Greatly appreciated. Mike 2600. Have you signed a card? You are entitled to signing a card. I don't believe you have. These are the cards that are unsigned. So if you have not signed a card in the Twitch deck, yeah. So just to answer Mark Rides, yeah. This is the deck that I've just been using since I started streaming on Twitch, and we had some inappropriate comments earlier, not like without me edging it on, but um, these two are really great at finding finding the ladies. So this Joker and that Joker, what we're going to do is have them find the ladies. So if I go ahead and I show you that they just sit here and watch. 1, 2, 3. Look, they found a lady in between them, because ladies will come between Jokers, I guess. Here's the Queen of Clubs. I guess if you missed that, we can do it again, because if I show you, all right, watch, ready? They have found another lady in between them, like this. And then, you know, they don't have to... Oh my god, thank you so much, Charlie, for the gifted subs. All right, hold on, I'm going to get over here so that the emotes... They don't also just have to go face up. We can also do it face down. Let me... All right, I'm going to take a moment just so that you guys can see, because otherwise it's not going to be that impressive. Oh, Charlie's Beats, I would say thank you for the breather, but I know deep down inside you're doing it to push it to the next level to get 5 more minutes. So, okay, all right, here we go. 2 Jokers. Hype. All right. By the way, I missed a ton of stuff in chat, so I'm gonna have to go back. So look, we could do this turning everything face down, because look, if I just snap, they're going to find a lady in between them here, right? So there's the Queen of Spades, and now I could just do it one more time, and then they will find themselves the last lady. And there we are. That is all 4 ladies. Now, okay, so you know what? There's a 4-for-1 switch, and we said we were going to use a card. I'm trying to do this quickly too, but ZD Major 7 had recently signed a card, and we're going to have a bunch of people sign a card after this. But look, if I go ahead and show you that we have the 4 queens and the 10 of spades. You would never mix up the queens with the 10 of spades, right? And so, look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place the 10 of spades over here. And then over here we still have our queens, right? Okay, and what I'm going to do is all I have to do is just wave my hand over here and just do a couple bounces, right? So 1, 2, 3. And actually what happens is those 4 queens actually turn into 1 card, and this 1 card has turned into 4 other cards. And we thought that that was the 10 of spades, but actually this is the 10 of spades, and these are the 4 queens. And that also happens to hit the thing in the trick queue. If a mod could set that as played. 4-for-1 switch during a hype train, super fast. Okay, all right. I'm trying to think about what tricks I can do quickly at this point. You know what? Okay, ambitious card, because that's my... Thank you kindly, Gibson Lens, for handling that. All right, so what we can do is I'm going to jump into ambitious card, because that's just my default. And let's find one. And if anybody's familiar with this, this is the 5 of diamonds. So 5 of diamonds. If I go ahead and I take the 5 of diamonds, place it in the middle of the deck, and all I have to do is just push it in, snap, believe it or not, the 5 of diamonds is actually going to jump back up to the top of the deck. See, take a look. Now, here's the thing. We just got this power. We don't want to waste it. I'm going to go ahead and take it and place it into the middle of the deck this way, like so. Now, before I snap, because if I don't snap, something else shows up. So, hey, look, thank you kindly, Anonymous Gifter, for gifting some gift subs earlier. But we're going to need the 5 of diamonds to jump back up to the top, like so. Now, I've done this a few times on the hype fast train, so there ain't stopping. Wait, there ain't no getting off of this train now. By the way, FF7 Barrett, I think that's who said it. Anyway, some people think that I swapped the card, but there's no swapping occurring. And so I'm going to go ahead and place it right there. I'm going to take that and place it in here, and we're going to go ahead and push that into the deck and snap, and we're going to go ahead and show you that it jumps back up to the top. I know, super strange, right? Okay, so I don't normally end it this way for the hype train because I have to probably use the deck for another trick afterwards, but let's go ahead and I'm going to put a bend into the 5 of diamonds. And so here we are, the 5 of diamonds. You'll see that that bend is actually in the 5 of diamonds now. And if I go ahead and I just peel the 5 of diamonds back in there, so you'll see that the bend is, the 5 of diamonds is bent right there. I'm going to go ahead and close that up into the deck. And all we need to do is just snap. And you'll see the moment that it jumps back up to the top, because it jumps right there. And if I show you what this card is, you're going to freak out, hopefully. It is indeed the 5 of diamonds. And that is... Oh my god, I have another minute to go! Holy crap. How do I extend? Oh my god! Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the gift sub. Holy... Oh my god, we just shattered the record again? Okay. Alright. Whew. Okay. Still in level 4. Okay. Okay, so what else are we going to do for this trick? Okay, so we have quick color changes. Okay, so Mark Rides, thank you so much for the... God damn it, we're extending this. Okay, all right, next level, level 5. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Not that I'm complaining, but like, oh, having to just think on my feet. You know what I could do? I could tap into my reserve of other tricks. Okay, now let me see what I can do with these first before I go about. Okay, so okay, look, what we have here is what? This is the Queen of Diamonds, right? So there's the Queen of Diamonds. But if I wanted to change this to some other card, I could just shake it, and when I shake it, it changes into a 2 of Spades. Now, some people think that I'd have to change it back to the Queen, and you know, most people would say, "Oh, that's correct." But look, if I change it once, I can actually change it to something entirely different a second time, like this. And look, you see that that has changed to a different card. So what happens when a sub is gifted but the whole chat is subbed? Oh, what happens is this gift sub goes to somebody else who has followed me or is hanging out but is quiet. And so I'm gonna go ahead and switch that again to another card. Yeah, so thanks for answering that question. Tells you grab music, welcome in. So yeah, I know that there's a bunch of people who hopped in. We'll have to say hi to everybody after the hype train's over, but I'm trying to do as many magic tricks as fast as possible. So, okay. All right, this is what I'm going to do. There's a trick that I'm going to do. We need to find a pair of cards that are... you know what? Let's use the jokers. Okay, so here we have the 2 jokers. If I go ahead and I place the 2 jokers into the middle of the deck, like so, and I spread... You'll see that the 2 jokers are directly in the middle of the deck. Now, I need somebody to name a card. And so whoever names the first card in chat will take that one. But what I'm going to do is I will magically make the... Oh my god, thank you so much for the 100... Fasters! Oh my god, Delta Crab shakes my fist to you. Thank you so much for the shout out. Okay, somebody name a card, and that card I'm going to magically make jump in between the 2 jokers. So the first one to name that. By the way, if you... King of Diamonds! Alright, King of Diamonds. I don't know if you know Mike 2600, but now the King of Diamonds is between the 2 jokers. If you are not aware, the 2 jokers are now on the bottom and the top of the deck. Here's the joker on the top. Here's the joker on the bottom. By default, the King of Diamonds is now in the middle, in between the 2 jokers. Because if we go and take a look, the King of Diamonds is indeed right here. I know, super strange, right? Now, here's the thing. If I go ahead and I place the 2 of Diamonds just into the middle of the deck, you win on a technicality. Yeah, that's true, that's true. But if I was to do this trick for real, let me go ahead and do the trick for real. So you'll still see that there's the joker on the top, jokers are still on the bottom. But if I just go ahead and if you wanted to see the trick for real, it would look something like that. Because now... If I show you, if I take the deck and I spread, you'll see that there's no joker on the bottom and no joker on the top. If I spread, both jokers are now in the middle of the deck, right here. And conspicuously, there's 1 card in between them. Not only that, it is reversed in the opposite direction. What card do you think it would be? I think Mike 2600, you know what it is. It is the King of Diamonds! And that, my friends, is... Another trick. I still have like a minute and a half of the hype train. Okay. Oh man, how many tricks can I do in? Okay. All right. You win on a magicality. Yes, that's exactly right. Magicality. All right. So let's see. For those of you who want to see something interesting, I can show you. So color changes happen pretty quickly. There's one style that I don't normally like to do because I'm not really good at it. So here's a 4 of hearts, right? But if I go ahead and I show you, I can change this 4 of hearts just by simply waving my hand over it like this. Strange, right? Okay, all right, so let's see. 52 seconds. All right, that by ironically the exact number of cards in a deck minus jokers. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and let's see. I'm gonna have to pull out some other tricks over here. Okay, nope, we're gonna potentially save that. Okay, we'll do this one. Ugh, it's so hard to set this one up with. Okay, so I have 4 cards. These are aces. So we have the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, and ace of spades. Now, what color would you say the backs are? I think a lot of people would say that the backs are blue, but is that actually what color they are? Because if I show you that if I just took the ace of spades and I just rubbed it on the back of all these other cards, they actually turn red. And actually all of these are now red-backed cards. And so important question, what color are actually all these backs? Some people would probably say 2 of them are blue, 2 of them are red, but actually maybe 3 of them are blue, 1 of them is red, 3 of them are red, 1 of them is blue. What would you guys guess? Okay, so Mike is guessing red allegedly. So, all right, the hype train is over, so I can kind of breathe a little bit. And then after this, we're going to thank everybody. So thank you, everybody ahead of time. Okay, Mark Wright says green. All right, so for those of you who don't know, this is my back illusion trick. And so, wait, we got a clear. Mike 2600 says clear. That is close enough. Tangy Cat says purple. Yeah, so this is called back illusion. And if you didn't realize, the backs are actually an illusion because they're not blue or red. There's nothing on them. There are no backs. It is just blank. If you were here, you can take a look at these and inspect these. And that, my friends, is the back illusion, the last trick to the hype train. And oh my god, thank you so much, everybody. Let me go ahead. I'm going to have to scroll up in chat, so give me a minute. And I'm going to thank everybody. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that hypest of hype trains. Book, Brews, and Booze, welcome in. My cat is purring so loudly that it's drowning Nam out. Oh, that is amazing, because I'd like to think of myself as a loud man. Okay, whew. All right. So, let me see. Scrolling back up. Mike 2600 says he wants to sign I believe you got the King of Diamonds, right? So, I'll make sure we get that signed for you. And then, let's see here. Chan the Magic Man, thank you so much for the 500 bits. Mike 2600 says faster, faster. All right, so let me go ahead and just pull out the cards that are not signed. But Chan, if you would like to sign one, because I don't believe you've signed one, let me know. So this one's claimed by Mike 2600, but any one of these you should be able to sign. So let me know. And then anybody else who subbed for the first time or gave 500 bits for the first time, let me know. One of these cards will also be signed for you. Okay, let's see. Chan, are you the 9 of clubs? Is that you? Okay, so let's see. So welcome in Hallowthorn and Ben, and I saw the shout out to Ben Hallowthorn, which is the second half of Magic Twitch. So if you're not following Hallowthorn Ben, please give Hallowthorn a follow. Also, while we're here, let's also shout out Chan the Magic Man. If you're not following Chan the Magic Man, the 4th half of Magic Twitch, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Does Magic Mondays. So, and Hallowthorn Ben is on a hiatus. Got married, went on a honeymoon, moved, and is still like a gigging magician, like for gigs every day. So, taking his time to get back. I understand, like big life event, Take your time to enjoy the life event. It's all good. Okay, thank you so much. An anonymous gifter, as I mentioned, the anonymous gifter we had signed for a long time ago because I don't know if they wanted to reveal themselves, but anonymous gifter has signed 10 of hearts because lots of love from anonymous. The Rusty Panda, welcome in. This is crazy. The Rusty Panda, have you been here for a new hype train? Because this is kind of a new thing. I haven't done it. This is like the 3rd one. So, yeah, never-ending ambitious card routine. As much as I would love to do that, Mike, I may know enough, but I don't think I could make each phase more and more outlandish than the last, which is kind of why I settled on my normal. It's like 4 to 5 phases, depending on how well I'm feeling the crowd. Um, but anyway, let's see. Woo! Yeah, Panda! Hey, Ben! All right. Stream stopped for me? Oh, stopped for me too? Yeah, same? What? Me too? Oh, no. Oh, it's back? Okay, we're back. Same. Back. Oh, man. So part of that might not have gone up to Twitch. Oh, that sucks. All right, I have to review. So I had some Twitch difficulties the other day, and I did hear that some other streamers did as well. And so one of my video game streams the other day broke into 3 segments because I had connection issues, and I've never had connection issues before. And so I suspect it's something on the Twitch side, but I don't necessarily just want to accuse, but that's what it looks like. So, all right, Tangy Cat's got the emotes. All right, let's see. Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. And I did call you out. Thanks for extending the hype train. I appreciate it. It's probably good for me as like the performer trying to do outlandish, ridiculous magic on Twitch. So it's good practice. But I'm always like, no, what trick am I gonna do next? Like, it is a thing. Thank you for the hypes and the lulls and the emotes. The Rusty Panda, Gibson Lens, Chan the Magic Man, Tangy Cat, Charlie's Beats. Subs everywhere. OMG, yes, right. Hey, Ams Andrew. I don't know if I said hello, Ams Andrew, so hello, Ams Andrew. Woo! All right. Thank you kindly for the gift subs, Mark Rides. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Wait, gifted a tier. Mark Rides, you gave me 5 tier 2 gift subs? Oh my god, thank you so much, Mark Rides. Thank you. Oh my god. That's so nice of you, so generous. Thank you. I am touched. I admittedly I did not realize they were gift tier 2 before. I'm definitely saying that they're tier 2 now. So, oh, thank you so much, Mark Rides. Let's see. Thank you so much for the emotes once again, everybody. And what happens when a sub is gifted but the whole chat? Okay, I think we answered that. Yeah. So, yeah, they'll gift to any follower or people who have been in chat before at random. I don't know what the algorithm is, and I think they don't want to let the algorithm on how it gives subs out. There's probably some pseudo random, but there's probably some element of if you could monetize part of that, I think Twitch could figure it out. So, let's see. Ooh, I got Books of Yara. Yeah, you did. So, but also welcome in Books, Brews, and Booze, Alex Shim Music, and Delta Crab Music. Welcome in. You guys came in at a hype train where I try and just do magic as fast as possible. Let's see here. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Mark Rides. Yes, thank you, Mark Rides. Yeah, and Delta Crab Music, thank you for the 100 bits. And you said, faster! Faster! I imagine you whipping me with a whip with that. So, yeah, faster! Okay. And yes, if you're not following our friend Alex Che Music, plays music, definitely go check Alex out. Asian and wholesome. So, all right. Okay, so let's see. Let's sign some cards. So I know that Mike 2600 is going to get the King of Diamonds. So we'll give Mike 2600 King of Diamonds. Mike 2600. By the way, if you're not following Mike 2600, please give our friend Mike 2600 a follow. Fellow magician, has occasionally had magic streams. They've been pop-up, but the last one he did was a couple of Tuesdays ago for Magic for Maui, and he raised over $500 for Maui. So, and then let's see. So I believe Chan had selected. Just to confirm, Chan, you'd selected the 9 of clubs. I just want to double check before I write anything down. You win on a magicality. Yes, thank you. Tangy Cat says, what? And then Mike writes, Nam wins flawless victory. Magicality. Again? Sorry. Mortal Kombat jokes for anybody. Let's see. Mike 2600 says, damn! All right, and then my cat is purring so loud. Okay, thank you so much for all the claps and everything. The Rusty Panda, Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens, Jen the Magic Man, Tangy Cat, Books, Brews, and Booze. Obi-Wan, welcome in. How's it going? So 500 bits or more gets to sign a card. Yes, 500 bits or more, you get to sign a card. Yeah. So, Black Rose. Sorry, I'm late. Yeah, no problem, Black Rose. Welcome in. You just missed a hype train where I was trying to do hype train magic as fast as possible. Okay. And then we have Mark Rides redeemed a dad joke. Okay, let me deal with the dad joke. And let's see here. All right. How did the dinosaurs survive without credit cards? They didn't. I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. I'm Dad. All right. I hope I got some face palms for that one. I love hype magic tricks. Yeah. Me too. Now, I guess I love providing it. I get a so I can understand why like musicians will do music in like hype train style. I got some of those face palms in there. Will like to do like chat requests because like it gets their heart rate up and everything. So yeah, Delta Crab Music says came in at the right time. Whip, eh? Yeah, whip. No, you said it wrong, Delta Crab. Not whip, a. It's whip, nay, nay. All right, okay. Asian wholesome is my new tagline. Awesome. Yes. Oh yeah. If you're not following our friend Delta Crab Music, please give Delta Crab Music a follow. Delta Crab Music. Groovy live loops, chill vibes, and also sometimes funny, maybe for inappropriate reasons to chat. The exact opposite of wholesome, but I enjoy. Yeah, Delta Crab. I didn't tell you because I couldn't really chat, but I was lurking a little bit. Had some fun time. So, all right, it was a fine time. All right, excellent. Queen of Clubs. All right, so we have Queen of Clubs for Chan the Magic Man. Excellent. So let's go ahead and sign the Queen of Clubs for Chan the Magic Man. There we go. And I'm going to eat this heat map. So delicious. All right. So I'm going to, let's see. Can I fit Chan the Magic Man all in one with all the underscores? Okay, you going to eat that? Yeah. Yeah, I am. The switch. Sorry, I thought dirty jokes in my head just now. My apologies. Or you're welcome, one or the other. Okay, let me see if I can fit it. I may have to go across the card. Chan the... I think I'm going to have to split it. Chan the, and then Magic Man over here. So I did put the underscore right there. So... and then underscore man. Okay, so we have our two new signed cards, Mike 2600, and then Chan the. Hold on, I'm just going to swap them. Okay, and Chan the Magic Man. And then also, thank you so much to everybody who had also supported. And I know that we had some other people. So we had Anonymous, we had Mark Rides, we had Charlie's Beats. Let's see here. Oh, Twitch ate the formatting. That was a WCW. Ouch. Dad joke. All right. Okay, got the face palms. Great. Nay. All right. Charlie's requested Snap Change Transpo. Oh, okay. My favorite card. All right. Oh, this is your favorite card? I did not know that, Chan. Queen of Clubs. Luckily, it was still open. It was meant to be. Gibson Lens with the bad emotes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let me jump back up here. And let's see. We're mostly all adults here. Oh, we're mostly all adults here? All right. FYI, if you are under 18 here, close your ears. Okay. I think we're covered now. Okay, I think we're good. Beautiful. All right. Okay. So, and we did get a request from Charlie's Beats for a snap chain transposition. All right. Sounds good. Okay. Here's what we can do. I think I kind of did this a little bit earlier, but let's do the snap change transposition as requested by Stream is kind of laggy for me, but BRB. Okay. We did discover that we had some technical issues earlier. So I'm not sure. Let me just double check. Am I still streaming? It appears that I'm streaming, but no, I appear to be laggy on my side too. So hold on, let me see what my mod view says. It says excellent, so I don't know if that's true, but stream is fine for me. Okay, looking good here. All right, cool. All right, so hopefully that's okay. All right, so let's use some new cards. We have the King of Diamonds signed by Mike 2600, and then we have the Queen of Clubs signed by Chan the Magic Man. Right there. So, okay, look, if I go ahead and I leave Mike 2600 here, and Chan the Magic Man is up here, all I have to do is do something to swap them. And you did kind of see me do that. Oh no! Okay. And this is signed. So I said, oh no, because for anybody who is not aware of, I guess, magic culture, so when you make a mistake and the audience can see something that they shouldn't be able to see, that's called flashing. And so I don't think this is going to be that crazy a secret, because I've told chat sometimes how to do this. I think with clear cards, it was pretty evident. But let me do that again. I think I flashed there. So we can make this a boss trick for later, but... Okay, so we have Mike 2600 and Chan the Magic Man. If I leave Mike 2600 down here, tries not to cringe. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm doing this with your card. Okay, here we go. That was a lot better. And then so here's the switch. There we go. Boom. Look, that one was clean. So if we clip one, we clip the second one. All right. And that was snap change transposition. So, boom. Yeah, so I don't mind revealing like that trick, because when I teach people something, I tend to teach them that one, because working on making that one look good is a little bit of effort, and it kind of gives them an idea of like how much time they'll have to dedicate to making something look good. All right. Woo! I can't find the box for my jumbo cards. Or not jumbo cards, for my big cards. Oh, no. Oh, I put them away. Oh, these are the... Oh, this is the back illusion trick. Okay. Sorry, this is what I get for pulling tricks out from a box, and I'm not prepared to put them back right away. Thank you kindly for the collapse. Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats, Tangy Cat. Thank you so much for the request, Charlie's Beats. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so I just want to make sure. Did I miss anything from anybody? Does FYI, does anybody know that they get a signed card and I didn't get it for them yet? Because that's like the biggest thing. And then did I not recognize somebody? So Delta Crab, thanks for the 100 bits. Mark Rides, thanks for the 5 gifted. Tier 2. Charlie's Beats, thanks for the 5 gifted. Anonymous, thank you so much for the gifted. Oh my god, the anonymous ones are tier 2 too. I said 222. Sorry. Oh, that's a great dad joke. I'll have to come up with a question later. And thank you so much for the 500 bits, Chan. Thank you so much for the gift sub to... let me see here. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the gift sub to Han Patahati, Charlie. And then thank you so much for the resub, Mike, which... my apologies, Mike. We should have had you sign one earlier, but because that was your 4 month, right? So thank you so much for continuing to support. And then let's see, Anonymous. Thank you so much for the gifted subs, Anonymous. How many? Tangy Cat. I know this one. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? The correct answer is 10 tickles. Whew. Okay. And if anybody didn't get it, just say 10 tickles really fast. Hey, thank you so much for the Sound alert. But Chan. And we got face palms from Charlie. Thank you. Okay, I must go to bed now. ZD Major 7, thank you so much for raiding and bringing everybody over here. And hopefully you enjoyed. And have a great night. Take care. And we'll see you around. Good night. Thank you for the stream. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. All right. Chan the Magic Miss, 10 tickles, 10 tackles, says Flaming Hails. Yeah. On that note, I'm off to sleep too. Tangy Cat, thank you so much for the dad joke. Have a glorious night. Take care. Sleep well. We'll see you around. Okay. Let's see. The trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. And while I take a breather, this is also a good time to mention if you have been sitting around for a while and have not hydrated, please hydrate yourselves and also take a stretch break. Stretch. I didn't get a proper stretch in since I started stream, so let me do that now. And then thanks for the heat map. All right, and wait. Highlight my message. What did the... Okay. All right, the Rusty Panda. Here we go. What did the snail say while on the turtle's back? I don't have an immediate answer. What did the snail say while on... Rusty Panda says, Whee! Clear plastic card redeem. Okay, let me see. Charlie's Beats. Yeah, next you can... Oh, snap. I dozed off. Charlie's Beats, thank you very much for the subby. Goats at home, thank you so much for coming in and saying hi, and hopefully you've been enjoying. Okay, so we have a Fantastic Four redeem, and then we have a clear plastic card redeem, I believe. Is that right? And if you just want to have me pick Charlie, just go ahead and put in Magician's Choice. And I will figure that out when we get there. Okay, but first, let me do the Fantastic Four trick. So I've been performing this more since we added it to the trick list, so thank you so much. Mark Rides for help instigating putting it onto the trick list. And then, yeah, I've been feeling better about it because I don't think I was ready to perform it randomly if I had to perform it elsewhere. But then since I've been doing it on stream, I've been getting ready for it. So, all right, here we go. This is a spaceship. It's not just any spaceship. It's a spaceship that contains the four main characters of the Fantastic Four. They are Sue Storm, Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm. And this is how they get their powers. It goes through an anomaly. That's my anomaly this time. So let's go ahead and first take a look at our friend Reed Richards. Reed Richards will be represented by the Two of Clubs. And if I go ahead and I push the Two of Clubs, and we just go ahead and try and pull both ends of the Two of Clubs, you'll kind of see that the Two of Clubs can stretch. And this is Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, the power that he is endowed with from the anomaly. And so, you know, he can hold his shape for a little while, but then after a bit he's got to snap back together because he can't hold his shape that long. And so that is Reed Richards. Okay, next we have the Invisible Woman, represented by Queen of Hearts. Now the Queen of Hearts is Sue Storm, and you know, if I go ahead and just try and make her disappear myself, she won't, because you know, she has a mind of her own. She will disappear when she wants to disappear, and she'll disappear like so, and she becomes invisible like this. And even if I want to get her back, she won't reveal herself until it's the right time. So Ghost, someone gifted me a sub, and that's all I was going to say thanks for, by the way. All right, good night, folks. Good night, Ghost. Thanks for stopping back in and saying thanks. But anyway, yeah, so now the Invisible Woman will show herself again, and that's how it works. Okay, next we have Ben Grimm, the Thing, endowed with great strength. And how I like to illustrate this one is that I have a heavy phone. If we just grab some any old Joe Schmo, this card can't hold my phone. But if you ask Ben Grimm, the Thing, to hold the phone, he has incredible strength and will be able to hold the phone. Yep. And so that is Ben Grimm, the Thing. And then finally we have Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, represented by the Seven of Spades. And the Seven of Spades, when Johnny Storm lights himself on fire, he's the Human Torch. He says, "Flame on!" And actually he becomes bright fiery red. But actually after we blow all of the flames out, you can see that he's smoky. So let's... And actually he has actually become a smoky version of the Seven of Spades. I know, super strange, right? Now, after all of this, they decide, hey, we've got these powers, and we have to do something. And they decided to put together a superhero group called the Fantastic Four. And that is how they became the Fantastic Four. And that, my friends, is Fantastic Four. So yeah, super proud of that. Constructed it myself, even though parts of the trick were taken from other existing tricks, but yeah, really proud of that one. So thank you so much, everybody who has ever requested that, and thank you, Mark Rides, for helping me get that back on the, well, getting it onto my trick list in the first place. So I also wasn't sure like how well it would go over having like an original trick, and I guess since then I've had some other things that are like arguably less original. But yeah, I think it's worked out. So thank you so much, everybody. And then setting this back up is kind of a little bit of a... But now I remember the setup, like, down cold. Like, I don't have to refer to anything. So, thank you so much for the applause, Chan the Magic Man, and the claps. Charlie's Beats, the Rusty Panda. Okay. Woo. And then I see, oh yeah, Magician Choice for the clear cards. Oh, I think I forgot to, yeah. I think I forgot to update. I think there is one boss trick. Let me just double check the spreadsheet really quick, but I'm pretty sure there's one boss trick. Oh yeah, there is one boss trick. Oh, no. Wait. Oh yeah, no, I did that one. Okay, yeah, there's one boss trick. Okay. Alright, so, it's going to be my choice for Charlie's Beats, and the deck that we are discussing is... So I have redeems. All of the blue redeems in my channel point redemptions are using different cards or decks of cards, and this one is using the clear deck. So if you take a look, these cards, this is the back. So everything just has the 4 black corners, and on the front it is just the 4 pips to represent what card it is. And so that is this deck. So now I'm going to choose a trick to perform with this to fulfill Charlie's Beats clear card redeem. So thank you so much for the request and the redeem, Charlie. Let me see what'll work, because this is tough. Because sometimes, so there's a couple of tricks that I think technically work but don't look that impressive because it looks like a mess when you do it anyway. Have I done the Devil's Elevator with this? I should try the Devil's Elevator with this, right? Because I don't think I've done it. So let me see. I'm trying to find the red 6s and 9s. Not like you'll be able to tell. You'll just be able to tell that they're red. Where am I? Oh, right there. That's why. And then I'm going to need to find a 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I see spades first. So there's a 3 and 2, and I need the 4 spades. Okay. The problem is I don't think it's going to look that impressive because you can't necessarily tell exactly where I'm placing the cards, but we do like this trick. So let me just give it a try this one time and see how it goes. Okay. So I have the 4 red 6s and 9s, and you'll be able to tell that they're the red 6s and 9s because they're over here. And then we have the 5, 4, 3, and 2 of spades. And let me go ahead and leave the 4 red 6s and 9s over here. And then let me go ahead and lay down the, let me see here. So here's the 5. I'm pointing at this. Okay, 5 of spades. So I'm going to leave that here. And then here's the 4 of spades. Surprisingly, pointing at this back corner is probably going to be the easiest one to read. And then we're going to go ahead and 3 of spades. Leave that down here. And then the 2 of spades, we're going to go ahead and place right there. Now, these are the levels of hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I take the 2 and place it in the second level of hell, I just realized that there's no elevator buttons. So this is the most advanced devil's elevator because the person who is in the second level of hell, they get into the elevator, and since there's no buttons, they just kind of have to, you know, it detects like bodies in there. So I think you still have to wait for the ding, but whoa, Charlie is transporting the 2 up to the top level. Here's the 2. Okay. Now if we take the 3, so here's the first, second, third level right here. Placing that in. They go in to the elevator, closes everything up, and they're like, "Hey, how do I press the elevator button?" They don't know. So Charlie is Beats, thank you so much for the transporter. And Chan the Magic Man, thank you so much for the ding, because they wanted double insurance. they wanted to get out the 3. Some people believe that there might have been black cards in here, but if I show you, these are all the red 6s and 9s that have been here the whole time. I'm going to go ahead and place the 4 into the 4th level of hell. They go in, they're like, WTF, where are the buttons? How do I press them? Are these the buttons? Maybe they're pressing these over here. And we did get a... Oh, but okay, so here we have just random sound effects, and the 4 does get out. It's kind of like a joke to the 4. The 4 was drunk when they landed in hell, and they were like, I'm not supposed to be here. Some people think that I'm using more than 4 cards to represent hell, but these are the same 4 cards. I'm going to go ahead and clearly place the 5 on the bottom, like that. That's as clean. Like, I know the rest of them, it's hard to see where I'm inserting it, but right here, definitely on the bottom, right? So, and then, now this one, the 5, well, actually, snaps won't do it, right? So this is actually some red 6, so the snap didn't do it. So actually, we may need a sound effect. What sound effect are we going to get? Oh no, the 5 is going to be stuck in hell forever. Oh, we got a ding from Chan the Magic Man, followed by a transporter from Charlie, and that will get the 5 out. And then, yeah, and here are our other 4 hell cards, the red 6s and 9s. Okay, whew. I'm just going to go ahead and throw the Devil's Elevator into the queue and then mark it as done, but let me leave this here because, okay, I think there's a trick I'm going to try and do that I should not do with clear cards, but we're going to do it anyway. So, let me see here. So, wait, I spelled devil wrong. Devil's Elevator. Okay, so let me add that, and then the one I want to do is let me try Invisible Palm, but with clear cards, and see how that goes. This could be a train wreck, everybody. So prepare your bodies. Or hold on to your butts. Okay. All right. Oh no. Yeah, I know, right? Oh no. Okay, so let me find. It doesn't really matter. It's okay. Okay. So, all right. What we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Now, some people will say that palming a card. So I'm going to show you how sometimes magicians will palm cards. All right. If I expose this angle, I mean, it might be hard because I also have a clear card in my hand. But this is how. But I'm going to tell you that doing the invisible palm is way easier with clear cards because it's much harder to detect. So if I show you, take a look. There it is. Now here's the thing. It's actually there, but you just can't see it because it's fully clear. It just went like invisible woman, right? And the thing is, you won't see it until I want you to see it, which is, now it's over here. I know, right? That's super strange. Now, here's the thing. I also haven't done this trick in a while, so I was like, oh, okay, let me do this trick. So here, we'll do it again. We're going to break the first rule of magic, which is do the same trick twice. So here's the thing. Exposed view with the visible card and badly palming, not using this technique like that. But now if we use the invisible palm technique on the fully clear card, you'll see that, look, the card is in my hand, but you just can't see it. You just can't see it until I want you to see it, and I want you to see it now. And that is, yeah, so, all right, here we have what's that, the 6 of diamonds. Okay, so let me go ahead and place the 6 of diamonds just here for a second. And what I want to do is I'm going to palm this off of the bottom of the deck. Okay, here we go. So you see it right, hold on, you see it right there. Okay, this might be a little bit weird because if I just go ahead and I just palm it, so you'll see that it has disappeared. I mean, it's not disappeared. It's actually there in my hand. It's just palmed invisibly. And you won't be able to see it until I want you to see it, and I want you to see it right now. And so, but look, if we take a look at all these cards, these are the 2, 3, 4. This is the 5 of spades. Oh, sorry, 6 of diamonds. Was it the 6 of diamonds? It was the 6 of diamonds, right? Man, sorry. I was looking at these and thinking the next card was 5 of spades, but I forgot I mixed them up. Anyway, there we are. So, that is the invisible palm. Basically, minus my little patter at the end. I technically performed that trick, I think, perfectly fine. I think so. This trick, I think, works with the clear cards. Amazing! Oh my god. Charlie, we found one that works. It actually worked well, I thought. So, thank you for that. All right. Okay. Whew. And now we can clear. I now feel good about the clear card redeem. So thank you. Thank you kindly for the claps and the emotes. The Rusty Panda, Chan the Magic Man, Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats, and thank you so much for the request, Charlie. I did do a double, but I guess it rate limited me. So okay. Woo. All right. Oh yeah, so now that both of the mods are here, so guys, I actually put a schedule on Twitch. So now I have an official schedule. Sunday nights. It's on. So there we are. So now if people want to see me, I just wanted to delineate also from my other streams that I've been doing as gaming streams. They're legitimately pop-up, but yeah, so. Hawk6 Phoenix. Hello, welcome in, Hawk6 Phoenix. Hi, and thanks for the anonymous gifter who gifted me a sub. Yes, there was an anonymous gifter. They gifted a couple of gift subs. So thanks for stopping by, Hawk, and hopefully you're doing well. So, okay. Woo. All right. So trick queue is empty. Let's. I'm just gonna shuffle with these for a little bit because they're already out. I'm already playing with them. But, you know, people want to see them a little bit more. Okay, let's see, how long have I been streaming? Okay, let's do So here's the thing, I'm kind of feeling like I would normally have stopped, or at least call last call right now. I could probably go a little bit longer because I don't have work tomorrow. So in the United States, it is a holiday tomorrow, is Labor Day. So, but probably not for too long. So I'm probably gonna go for, I'm guessing, about another half an hour. That's my plan. And then so this is your first last call, and then we'll have probably a second last call, and then I'll definitely put a couple of tricks into the queue, a trick or two as a finale trick. But let's see. Also earlier, the Rusty Panda, if you're still here, Gibson Lens asked me earlier how the presentation was going, and basically deep down inside, I think the presentation is mostly fine. I'm only partially lamenting some of the tricks that I'm doing, but they're not actually on slides. So that's basically it. So barring any major changes, I'm planning on probably submitting next weekend. So like, a week from now or so. And then our presentation should be locked in. But if there's anything that we want to update, let me know in the next week. Okay, so let's see. Rusty Panda has random requested. Okay, I'm gonna put the clear cards away, and then we will be performing a trick called Aria. Chan the Magic Man, it's bedtime for me. Have a great rest of the stream. Chan the Magic Man, thank you for stopping in. Thank you so much for the support today. Have a great night. Sleep well. And once again, if you're not following Chan the Magic Man, Magic Mondays. And yeah. Okay. Great performances. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot coming from magicians. So I try my best. Try my best. Okay. Alright, so this trick we're going to start with the 4 aces. And I guess we could do something else that's not the 4 aces. But I've just done it with the 4 aces my entire life. So we will be using this. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and turn all of these cards face down. So all the aces are face down. Next, I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each one of these piles, like so, face up, like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the aces, put them into their respective piles, shove that into the deck. So this one will go kind of in the middle, like so. And then we'll take this one, we'll take this ace, and we'll shove this kind of into the bottom. And then we're going to take this ace, and then we're going to shove this maybe near the top, not too close to the top, like that. And then for this last one, so we have that ace here. We are actually going to be doing something different. Instead of shoving that into the deck, we're just going to go ahead and do a 1, 2, 3. We're going to teleport all of the aces to the top of the deck. And you can check there's no duplicates, but I mean all the aces are assigned anyway. So that, my friends, is Aria. I just realized this one's a pretty quick one, and it's not too hard to set up. So I could do this during a hype train as well. I think this one's hype trainable. Hype trainable is very funny to say, but I should probably start thinking about what tricks are hype trainable. Anyway, thank you so much for the request, the Rusty Panda. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know that was a quick one, but thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for modding. Thank you so much for actually, this is also a good time. If we can get some mod love in chat for both of our mods, we have the Rusty Panda and Gibson Lens. If you're not following both of these incredible streamers, the Rusty Panda does Wiki Wednesdays and has music and gaming streams other times, but Wiki Wednesdays are the premium stream to catch the Rusty Panda. And then also, if you're not following Gibson Lens, pianist, plays a lot of great music, VGM, sight reach from songbooks, popular music, esoteric music, but also has composed a lot of his own originals. Please give Gibson Lens a follow. So Yes, you're welcome. No problem. Thank you. Thank you for being wonderful mods, and also for helping with the presentation for TwitchCon. All right, shameless plug for TwitchCon. If you haven't heard, we're going to be at TwitchCon presenting an interactive workshop. Me, Gibson Lens, and the Rusty Panda will be there. We're going to try and tell people about Magic Twitch, so letting people know all over the world that we are here on Twitch and performing magic. Also, we're going to try and convince them to join Twitch Magic, whether they just join the community to just watch, or if I can convince them to stream some magic, I'm going to be teaching some magic tricks as part of the workshop as well. So that's the plan. Goats at home. That's awesome. Yes. If you have not heard, yeah, that was the big announcement a few streams ago, officially. So, and we are on the schedule now officially, and we got our badges, and so yeah, it's all good. All right, another reminder to hydrate yourselves if you need to. I do. All right, now next trick is actually not magic. So this is the only trick on the trick list that is not a magic trick. This is solving a Rubik's Cube. So here's a solved cube. We'll show you the other side just so that you believe me. Okay, solved. All right, I'm gonna scramble it. Also, I did want to ask some people, how would people feel about me adding another non-magic trick to the list? And it would be picking a lock. So, oh snap, Gibson Lens, that's where I know you from. Don't I? Will O'Keys emote? Oh, do you guys? Willow, oh, okay. Hold on, am I following Will O'Keys piano? Oh, according to this, I am, but I haven't really hung out. I'm not familiar with Will O'Keys, so that much. I've been there a few times. Okay, so, but anyway, yeah, so just general. Actually, well, yeah, from where I sit, lockpicking is basically magic anyway. Yo, okay, all right, so that's a nice endorsement. Because before magic, but after Rubik's Cubes, my hobby was lockpicking. I don't think I'm good, but I have a bunch of practice locks that I used to use to teach people, and then I could pick some of those on stream. So is streaming lockpicking legal? So I would say the answer is probably yes, so long as I don't advise anybody to do anything illegal. But it's also kind of iffy because, so that is a great question, Gibson Lens. We may want to be careful with that, but so there's a few rules for lockpicking, but the first one is basically like learn. Well, that's not really the first rule. I would say this is the third rule, but you should learn the specific laws about lockpicking in your own state, because in the United States, the laws vary from state to state. So I live in New York State, and I know that owning lockpicking tools in New York State is fine. But like if I hop, skip, and a jump over to Ohio, because I'm on the western side of New York, so it's only like a 2.5 hour drive before I get to the Ohio border. Having the tools in Ohio, it's kind of, how like there's that law, you're presumed innocent until proven guilty. Well, if you're caught with lockpicking tools, I believe in Ohio, you're presumed to be guilty until proven innocent. And so like that's something a little bit yeah. So but yeah, so the first rule of lockpicking is like, don't pick any locks unless you own them or you have explicit permission to pick them. That's the first rule. Second one is don't pick any locks unless they're not being used for security, because if you pick a lock and you pick it incorrectly and is not one that can recover, you can completely break that lock in a way in which the original key will not work anymore. So the only way to fix it would be to dismantle the lock. And you'd have to know how to rekey and stuff, which is a little bit more complicated. But if anybody follows the lockpicking lawyer, I mean, watching a bunch of those, you can pick up on some stuff. So anyway, let me solve this damn thing. Okay, let's see here. How to do this. So I basically don't solve a cube anymore unless I'm on stream. So this is like the only time I basically solve a cube anymore. So I feel like I get slower like every time. But look, at least I'm doing it, and so if I don't do it, I will forget how to do it. So at least I figured this was a nice way to like at least keep the skill up. But let's see, goats at home. In mass, you can have a Slim Jim car unlocker thing unless you're a locksmith or auto mechanic or auto mechanic. Yeah, that. So yeah, the laws are way different in various states. So one of the states that I had like an interesting um, discovery was that, like, for example, Tennessee, I believe, is the state where you can like open carry like the most dangerous, gnarliest looking knives, but like just owning a lockpick tool and not being a locksmith will basically get you jailed. I heard. So yeah, it's super crazy. But yeah, it is important to know the lockpicking laws. So yeah, let me look into that before I commit. But if that's something people are interested in, maybe I'll do like a special stream where that is not going to be saved in a VOD or whatever. We could probably plausible deniability of it for like 5 minutes or however long it takes me to pick some locks. But maybe not a regular thing. Okay, and then wow, okay, I got the fortuitous. I didn't have to swap corners because that's the most annoying one. So and solved. Okay, all right, guys. So that's me solving a Rubik's cube while talking about lockpicking. Yeah, I know that's a super weird combination. But yeah, anyway, so if nothing else, that's probably not going to be. So I'm currently working on. Oh yeah, for anybody else who's interested, I'm doing video game streams just randomly pop up. I'm playing through the game Sea of Stars, new game that I'm obsessed with and I like a lot. I helped kickstart it, so it was a good time. But I do have those VODs up if anybody wants to check them out. But if not, I'm thinking about a new idea for a stream in November. So watch out for that. Basically after TwitchCon is over. Also November happens to be NaNoWriMo, so that's yeah. So I don't want just the crazy Asian part of me to be like, hey, he's just a magician, right? I want the crazy Asian part of me to be, oh my god, he's doing innovative different things on Twitch. Like that's the crazy Asian part of me. So thank you kindly for the clap, Skips and Lens, the Rusty Panda. All right, let's officially call last call now. So trick queue is empty, so feel free to request. And then if nothing else gets requested, I will definitely put in a trick or two for finale. And then we'll raid out, and we will find somebody to raid out to. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. So hopefully I've beaten Sea of Stars by then. I don't know exactly how long, but I heard it was only going to take like 25 hours. 25 to 30 hours for main story. If I want to do extra stuff, maybe like 35, 40. If I'm taking my sweet time. Okay, actually, let me do a quick. I'm just gonna do a. So I don't think I've ever done this trick on stream, but let me see if it will work. I mean, I'm sure it'll work. I just have never done it. Okay, so we have these two red 10s, and you don't really need to remember much except that they're the red 10s. But here's the thing. We can actually change the red 10s by doing something super interesting. Let me just go ahead and brush the 10 with the other 10. And actually, if you could just see the moment that they change, the red 10s are now the black 8s. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? That shouldn't happen. I don't know, some people are probably like, wait, where did the red 10s go? Well, we can reverse the process. We just have to do it in reverse. So if I just hold and I just brush the black 8 against the other black 8, it only happens with pairs, right? So it changes back to be the red 10s. All right, cool. I think that worked. I think that looked okay. Whew, getting my magic practice in. So one thing also that I was thinking, how people would get channel points if I just streamed once a week. So doing the video game stream, that helps that. So, and I do want to be rested when I'm doing my magic streams, and so I feel more okay doing like video game streams when I'm not rested. It looked mostly okay. The Trek Nerd, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing, the Trek Nerd? And are you saying that as a critical, it looked mostly okay, but you saw something? Or you're like, it looked mostly okay, yeah, it was good. Like, let me know what you intend by that. Also knowing that the Trek Nerd, by the way, if anybody didn't know, the Trek Nerd is also into magic. So the Trek Nerd knows a thing or two. So, but the Trek Nerd, do you stream the Trek Nerd? And if you stream, you don't stream magic, right? Because I'm sure we would know about that by now. Hopefully. Okay. I'm halfway between the two. Okay. I stream a cat on a leash, lol, rarely. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, FYI, if you're not following the Trek Nerd, please give the Trek Nerd a follow. Trek Nerd streams a cat on a leash infrequently. But it appears as though I'm already following you, so that's good. I did not catch your stream, but I don't know if anybody heard that sound, but that sound was the beginning, and I was like, oh no, I don't know what that sound was, but oh, thanks for shouting out the Trek Nerd. So yeah. All right, so we just called last call. So Trek Nerd, if you would like to request something, feel free, and if not, we'll probably be closing the queue out in a few minutes. But last chance for anybody to get anything in the queue. Last call, and then if not, I will definitely put something into the queue myself for a finale. But let me review what we have for finale material. So things that I've been liking to finish with. I finished with Days, but I finished that last time. We've definitely done Picasso Aces, one of my favorite to close with. The new one, Imagine. I think I finished with B's Sisters before as well. And then, oh, I don't remember how to do this trick, so I probably shouldn't do that. Okay. Alright, let me put in can't choose. I'm going to do that now. And then by the end of this, if we haven't gotten any other requests, we'll probably close the queue, and I'll do a finale. Or we'll wait for the Rusty Panda to come back, and then we'll do the finale. But we'll do this one right now. Okay, so this is a trick in which you can't choose the 4 of hearts. So let me just show you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And we have the 4 of hearts. I'm going to place that down. Next one, we have the 4 of hearts. And you're probably thinking, wait, how can you not choose the 4 of hearts? All of the cards are going to be 4 of hearts, right? 4 of hearts. And then finally, we have the 4 of hearts. Now, here, important question. If I were to lay down all the cards here and ask you, which card do you believe is the 4 of hearts? Feel free to, if anybody is on desktop, feel free to click directly on the stream. Put your votes on a card. And if not, we'll flip them all over. But let's see if anybody wants to play the game. Pro tip, if you ever see anybody on the street playing card games like this for money, don't play them. They are all scams. Full disclosure. Anything with the word Monty in it? No. Any guessing game? Don't do it. So, alright. If you had selected this one, You might have thought this was the Four of Hearts, but no, this is indeed a King of Diamonds, not the Four of Hearts. You may be thinking, oh, well, instead I would have chosen this one. Well, if you chose that one, let me just tell you. Yeah, Gibson Lens, scam! This one's a joker. Yeah, where's a Zuljanim and I'm Uni? Scam! Alright, so we did have a vote for this one. We'll save that one for last. Okay, so here we have, if you voted for this one, perhaps you thought perhaps this would be the Four of Hearts. Nope, that's a Seven of Clubs. Alright, and now to the player who is playing the game, you can't choose the Four of Hearts, because this is actually a Jack of Spades instead. And that, my friends, is you can't choose this card, the Four of Hearts. Delicious. Okay, that's a nice fun one to practice. I think I could probably do that during the hype train with any cards. Although it'd be weirder with signed cards, because then you would see the same signed card 4 times. Not to disclose any methodology of that trick or anything. But, okay. Thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens, and the eat. Alright. Last, I'm going to put in a finale, and then we'll find somebody to raid. And I think I want to do Imagine today. Or actually, let me... Yeah, I'll put Imagine into the list. And hopefully it hits the right one. Yep, okay, good. And then... this is a good time to thank everybody. Oh, and close the queue. Okay. Alright, so it has come to be that time, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody who has stopped by, and thank you so much to everybody who has supported the stream, interacted with the stream. So, let's see, if you supported the stream, if you gifted subs, if you subbed yourself, if you gave bits, thank you so much for all the support. So I appreciate it. FYI, it's probably going to help me with some of my costs to TwitchCon. So full disclosure. Thank you so much to everybody who interacted with stream. Whether you chatted, whether you requested a trick, whether you interacted with the trick, so heat maps, selecting a suit, selecting a card, anything like that. Thank you so much. Without you guys, this wouldn't be as fun. Thank you so much to all the lurkers out there. As I always say, if I'm just here fiddling with cards, I know how the tricks are happening. The Trick Nerd, thank you so much for the bits. I greatly appreciate it. You totally didn't have to, but thank you so much, the Trick Nerd. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much to all the lurkers who have been out there watching, because I know how all the tricks are done, but the magic happens in your mind. So without you guys watching, I would just be fiddling with cards. I mean, I guess that's just called practice. But also, let me thank the raiders today. We had 2 raids. Thank you so much, ZD Major 7, and thank you so much, Alchemmutation, for the raids. Greatly appreciate it, and thank you for bringing your communities over. I do have to admit, I have to be better about remembering all the raids, because in the past, I remember I've closed everything out at the end, and then I was like, oh, I forgot to thank the raiders, which, by the way, I believe Alchemmutation holds the record for the most number of raids to my channel. So, so thank you so much, Alchemmutation, and all of the raids, because I'm pretty sure you've raided here the most out of everybody in all of Twitch. So greatly appreciate it. I am honored to be your raid target. And then also, thank you so much to, if we can get some mod love in chat for our mods. Thank you, The Rusty Panda, and thank you, Gibson Lens. So if you're not following them, please follow them, and also check out their streams. But thank you so much for being here, guys. And then last and I think that is it. Am I forgetting anything? Did we get? I think we got all the redeems. Yeah, thank you so much for all the regulars that are here that like to trigger things with your channel points because it makes it super fun. Like I like the sound alerts today. Thank you for the sound alert use. So, okay, and then yeah, that's it. So let's get on to our final trick, which is called Imagine, and then we will find somebody to raid. All right, so here we go. I want you guys to imagine that the trick I'm about to do is all in your imagination. I'm not doing any of it, it's just all in your imagination. So even though you may see jokers here, you may see 1, 2, 3 jokers and a queen of clubs. Just imagine that they're there. They're not really there. So here we are. I'm just going to show you, and this is all in your imagination, that the jokers are blue-backed and the queen of clubs is red-backed. So what we're going to do is I want you to imagine, once again in your imagination, that I'm going to take the queen of clubs and place it underneath the table. And when I place it underneath the table, I'm going to throw it through the table. It comes through the table, through the mat, into this hand again, because you're going to see in your imagination that it reappears amongst the jokers. I know, super strange, right? That should not happen. But look, I just want you to use your imagination again. I'm going to take the queen of clubs, place it underneath the table, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it through the table, through the mat. This was just, I got caught in the corner. That's not part of the trick. But it's going to go ahead and fly back into this packet in my hand, because if I show you, here is now the queen of clubs once again. And you're probably thinking, oh my god, how many times can you do this? Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to go ahead and throw it once again through the table, through the mat, into my hand. But remember, this is all part of your imagination. You're not actually seeing this. And because it's part of your imagination, I just want to show you what really happened, because this queen of clubs was not really here. Because if I show you the queen of clubs, it wasn't the queen of clubs at all. It's actually just part of your imagination. It was blank the entire time. And then also, as I said, the jokers were also part of your imagination, because even though these are all blue-back jokers, they're actually wild, but not in the sense that they're jokers. They're wild in that they haven't been printed yet. There's actually nothing on any of these. So, yeah. And that, my friends, is Imagine. Oh, Mark Rides asked, were we supposed to see red and blue back cards, or is that a boss trick? It depends. I do like a bunch of tricks that have red and blue back cards. But let me see. The one boss trick from last time was not one of those. So, but for this one, yeah, you're supposed to see some red back cards and some blue back cards right here. But they were in your imagination. They were blank the whole time. Anyway, thank you kindly for the applause, the Trek Nerd, and the claps, the Rusty Panda. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you kindly for the love, Rusty Panda and Gibson Lens. And yeah, no weirdness detected. I mean, if no weirdness is detected, that's probably erroneous, because I detect a lot of weirdness going on right here. Wait, how smooth does this look? All right, good. All right, awesome. Yeah, if you like some of the red and blue color changing backs, call it out next stream, and then I can pick out some of the ones. But my favorite one that I like is probably like Picasso Aces, or yeah, the back illusion that I did. I actually did that during the hype train today. So yeah, all right. So that is that. But thank you so much for everybody being here. Let me see who is streaming. Also, let me see if I've ever raided into this person before. I have not. So normally I will raid it into music streamers, because a lot of my friends on Twitch are music streamers. And also they share that tangent of being, like performance art. Okay, let me open and see if they are still going and not ending soon. That would be handy, right? Oh no, you may hear an ad. Wait. Okay, there we go. I should have muted just now. They've been going for a little bit. Oh, the streamer just added a song. Okay, so it seems like I can probably still raid. All right, so we're going to be raiding into let me see here, a violinist. And if anybody is not familiar with Passagalia, we'll be heading over to Passagalia's stream. If you would like to copy a raid call, there's a raid and there's a sub raid. I recently added the lull and the deck sock to the sub raid, so feel free to grab that. But oh, let me start the raid. That would that would make sense, huh? Let me do that. And then let me grab my own raid call. See if anybody wants to come along on the raid, please copy a raid call. But anyway, thank you so much to everybody for being here. Thank you so much for all the support and the hangouts and the fun times. I laughed a lot today, so thank you so much. And everybody, take care of yourselves. Have a glorious night or time zone, wherever you are. And we'll see you another time. So, all right, everybody. Bye.